Hi, I'm Alison Zell and welcome to the Giants pre-season show, your wrap-up of everything from inside Giants HQ throughout pre-season 2016. It's been a huge week at the club with just over a month until our first NAB Challenge game on February 25. Training went up another gear on Friday with the players' first real taste of match practice. We caught up with midfielder Toby Greene, who hasn't missed a beat since Christmas. Toby Greene, training seems to be stepping up another gear this pre-season. You did some match practice sessions out there this morning.
Yeah, we had our first hit out, real hit out of match practice. We had two 20-minute halves, so it was good to get back into it. It's better than doing 500s, that's for sure. So it's training's definitely starting to step up.
Sydney's really turned on the weather for you. It hasn't really been a day under 30 degrees. How tough does that make training?
Yeah, it gets pretty hot towards the end of training. We've had a few over 30 this week, but especially with the training loads we're doing at the moment, it makes it a bit tougher, but it's just good training, I guess.
Who's looking good out there on the track, especially as you start to get into this game simulation?
There's a few boys going well. Playing on Dill Sheelan, match practice isn't easy. Learning a lot of guys like Stevie J as well, so everyone's looking pretty good though, and got a lot of boys on the track, so it's happy days. How's your pre-season been? You seem to come back in really good shape both times you've come back this pre-season. Yeah, I was out for a bit, just had a bit of tendon issues at the start, but working my way back into it. Been doing all the training since Christmas, so feeling good and just hopefully I can just step up now in match practice.
For the full highlights from the match practice session, check out gwsgiants.com.au. This week we also announced our new coaching structure for the 2016 season to replace former Bomber Mark McVeigh. Development coach Nick Walsh has been elevated to the position of backline coach with assistance from former Collingwood Premiership captain and part-time leadership mentor Nick Maxwell. We spoke to Leon Cameron and Nick Walsh about the new look coaching setup.
It's a terrific story. When I first arrived at the Giants, Nick was here heading down the more strength and conditioning path. He tried his luck at the Melbourne Footy Club as a player, come from Ireland, moved across for a number of years, and that didn't work out in terms of playing. He went back to Ireland and came back here. He's really good friends with Graham Allen. So he's been involved in our NEFL program all of last year, as well as some strength and rehab and conditioning for our players. But he's been involved with Mark particularly the last 6 months in our back line. So we're really confident that he can gather the information and what he's learned off Mark and elevate himself into the backline role at AFL level.
The major difference is the intensity in the game at NEFL level versus AFL. But the amount of players that we roll through both NEFL and AFL, it's a large comparison from what the injuries we had last year, and a lot of those NEFL players have played AFL and have had experience at that level. We've a number of players that probably need to step up now, and they know that as well, and pressure will come on them to step up as well. But all I'm there to do is facilitate their learning and help them as much as possible to be as good as they can be.
Tuesday saw more than 200 kids descend on Tom Wills Oval for our ever popular Kids in the Park clinic. We got a special look at what life is like as Jeremy Cameron, as the fan favourite strapped a GoPro to his head and got amongst the crowd.
We're here with Tommy and Ash. We're having a little kick at Kids in the Park. I reckon there's probably 150 going on 200 people here. The boys are trying out their skills. They're doing very well. Hey mate, how are you?
Can you please shine my shirt as well?
Of course I can. There you go. Put that back on so I don't get sunburnt. Here we go. Oh, look at that. Good mark. Is that my footy? Is that my footy? Oh.
There's been plenty of new faces at the Giants in the off-season, and we caught up with a big one this week. Plenty has changed for Rahman, Dawson, Simpson in the last 4 months, including a new city, a new club and a new member of his family.
I was a bit nervous coming to the big smoke, but now I'm up here and the family's up here, and the boys are really good. Starting to make a few good mates, and the staff around here are really excellent too. Great relationships amongst them, and I'm really loving life. It's good up here.
There's been plenty on this week, so don't forget you can catch the full interviews and clips of everything you've seen on today's show at gwsgiants.com.au. We'll be back next week with more action from inside pre-season 2016. Thanks for watching.